Hey guys, welcome to New Zealand's biggest gap year. It's an epic adventure that Laura and I decided to tackle about 2 years ago. We had to do 365 activities all around New Zealand in only 365 days. This is day 69 and we're doing horse trekking in Makoura Lodge in the heart of the Manawatu Gorge. Check in with me at the end of the video in which I'm going to be answering all the questions that we received the first time we published it. See you then! So today again we're waking up at Makoura Lodge, which is the beautiful lodge in the middle of the Rahine Ranges.
Because it's winter, the horses have been rolling around in mud to give themselves an extra layer of warmth. But when you put a saddle on top of this mud, it's not so comfortable for them. So Kimberly gives us a metal brush and, well, it's like a metal scraper, a brush, scrape the dry mud off, then brush it all off, and then we have a nice clean horse. Robin's horse is called Possum, my horse is called Maddie. Apparently Maddie is meant to be a mellow horse, meant to be, chilled out, but has a bit of a fiery side to her. So Kim has tried to, match us up with the horses that would suit our personalities the best. And Robin has Possum, who's meant to be, an independent individual that is controlling and a pain in the ass. So that is what Robin's got, and I've got cool and collective Maddie.
So we're going up the hill. It's actually the same hill that we've been taking when we did 4x4 driving. So we are treated to the same magnificent views from the top of the hill. And we actually have a very similar weather today. When we were about to leave, it was actually raining quite a lot. But right now, it's actually getting much better. And, the sun is actually piercing through the skies. And it's clearing out the thick sky layer to make space for a beautiful sunshine day. So I think it's going to be a pretty awesome horse trek, and I just can't wait to actually get started because we're not on the track just yet.
We go downhill for a bit to our first river crossing, and this downhill bit here is the slippiest, and this is where the horses are slipping off the grass and all this. But it's all good. They know what they're doing, and we get to our first river crossing. It's only small, but it's just like a taste of things to come. And we go through, Kimberly's at the front going yee-haw! Makes it fun going over a river. And yeah, we survived our first river crossing. That's the first time I've ever done a river crossing with a horse. So that's pretty awesome. Now we are going up the next hill and making our way to a really awesome view.
We can see below the river that we're actually going to be trekking through to go all the way up. The views again are amazing. We can see the whole river down there. We can see the whole mountain and the whole native bush. There's a lot of cliffs as well, a lot of rocky cliffs with a lot of white and then yellow limestone that just kind of merge together and give you this kind of shiny kind of look. And it just really looks epic. It just looks like it's a wide space that you're just riding through.
And it's only about to get more crazy because we're going downhill now and we are going down to the river.
We can hear the gushing noise of the river right now because it has been raining a lot lately, so the river is at kind of a high level. So I think it's going to be quite an entertainment to ride all the way up the river from there.
So we are now trekking through the river, which is awesome. Like, the river, at first it's sort of up to like the knees of the horse, and then there's some sections where we literally have to lift our own legs up or else we are going to get our feet wet. Yeah, it's like really fun to do this, and it's in such a beautiful environment as well, and we're doing all sorts of different things with these horses which I've never thought I'd be able to do on a horse.
Passing through the river was an experience that I've never done before. I've done quite a lot of horse trek before, but I've never ride a horse on the water. And Kimberly actually tells us that in summer they let the horse actually swim. Literally, they have some water holes where the horse can swim, and a lot of them really love it. My feet are dragging in the water for the whole time because I'm lanky and tall. My horse is actually having quite a blast. Possum is, as I say, a character. He does like to do what he wants. He doesn't like to follow my orders, and this is another way he's doing it. He really loves the water. So while Tussock and Kimberly just went on a very short path through the water and just like, you know, went back on the banks of the river, Possum decides to take me all the way in the mainstream of the river with a lot of current. And yeah, he's just decided this is going to be my way. There is no way I'm following those people over there. I am having my fun.
Kimberly's giving Robin some instructions to learn how to control his horse. Robin listens, and the rest of the way is literally a battle between Robin and Possum. It's quite hilarious because Robin's always like wanting to do one thing, Possum's wanting to do the next, and it's like these two, they're so similar that it's just clashing like crazy. And from now on, every time we start to take photos, Robin is just going round in circles because he can't keep his horse still, and it's just a constant battle, and it's hilarious to watch. And then Possum just basically gives Robin the middle hoof and makes him drag through every single tree possible and every single bush. So Robin is finishing the horse trek with literally bush sticking out of his helmet. It's hilarious.
So we keep on going and we keep on going upstream very slowly, making our way back up the whole river. We're passing quite a few areas which are looking really gorgeous, but we arrived at one point when it's just, there's no way we're moving forward right now. It's not happening. There's just too much water. It's as simple as that. So
after we've gone through the river for a while, we get to our final gate and our final field before we return to the stables, because we've been doing like a loop today.
And then she kind of says something like, hey guys, do you want to go fast now? And Laura understands, hey, go, start running.
In that second, Maddie, Maddie, who's been slow this entire trip, Maddie, who's been at the back of the bloody line the whole time, somehow gets some energy and she goes nuts. She just goes flying down the field so fast.
And Kimberly is there helping her to jump back on her horse. Not even a question, you know, like Laura is not scared. Laura is not, you know, fussed. It's a small mistake. It does happen. There were no harms made at all.
It's actually okay. I landed on a really good spot where I don't use this side of my bum too much.
Yeah.
I sort of aimed, like I thought, right, I'm going to fall off in the least important place. And I decided it was right there.
Good job.
It was an awesome trek, awesome scenery, varied in terrain. We're going from river to mountain to field to by ponds, and like we saw so much, and we got to do some cantering, and that's what I actually really enjoy when we do horse riding. So yeah, it has everything that we wanted to do. Kimberly has been in a TV show in New Zealand called My Kitchen Rules. So she's obviously like a chef, which has some stuff to show us. She's gonna make some good food. And when we get there, indeed, she makes some awesome food. Yeah, I'm ready for a canter. Bring it on. And maybe literally this motion I'm doing right now, like, oh yeah, it's probably not what you want to do on top of a horse.
There were no arms, you know, like no arms made at all. Laura has no arms anymore. They left attached to the rein. So
Alright guys, so as you can see there was a bit more fear than harm. Laura's bum is a little bit bruised, but everything is alright. When it comes down to question, we have someone asking if there are other places to do horse trekking in New Zealand, and yes, there is. You can check out NZPocketGuide.com, in which we rank our favorite horse trekking around the country. NZPocketGuide.com, coincidentally, is the largest travel guide to New Zealand, and it's written by Laura and I, and it's totally free to use, so here you go. You can ask us more questions if you do have some more, because that's already the end of all those questions right here, so that's pretty good. You can put it in the comment of any of our videos, and then we're gonna answer them during our live session. What live session do you mean? Well, every single Sunday at 8 AM New Zealand time, Laura and I sit down on that couch over there and we answer all your questions about traveling in New Zealand. It's super fun to hang out with you guys, and that helps you plan your trip in New Zealand. So you can join us live. There is a link in the description below that will tell you at what time it is on your side of the world, or you can just watch it again, leave it your question in the comment and just watch a replay later on, but hanging out together, it's pretty cool. You can subscribe to the channel as well. If you subscribe and ring the bell or something like that, you get some notification. I don't really know how that works, but usually it's nice to us. What I know though is that if you click like, it's a great way to say thank you for all our hard work, because it tells YouTube that video is useful. That's the one thing I know. Anyway, in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.